Hey there guys, Panobi here bringing the Pokemon Narrated Wi-Fi battle. I know that it's been about 2 weeks or so since I've even uploaded a video, which is crazy for me. Normally I'm very active with my content, but these past 2 weeks have been really sort of hectic for me, at least a little bit different, because as far as personal details go, I mean my grandfather's been really sick, so I've been doing a lot of traveling to see him, and my sister has 2 children and has needed a lot of extra help watching them these past couple weeks, so I've been trying to be a good uncle and help out with that and just things along those lines. Also, when I haven't been doing that kind of stuff, I've been trying out some new hobbies. I've been playing a lot more League of Legends, which is a really fun game, and hopefully I can bring some new content to you guys for that, and all that kind of stuff. And hey, if you feel like trying out League of Legends, I'll leave my referral link in the description, which is just a link that lets you sign up or download the game or whatever, and if you decide to do it, it like gives me a credit for referring you or something like that. But either way, yeah, sorry for being gone these past couple weeks. Like I said, just been busy, but hopefully I'll be more active now. And getting back into the actual content of the video, this is going to be a 5th generation UU tier match versus TheWizhBone, if I didn't already say that. I'm going to be using my newish 5th gen UU tier team, or at least it was new, it's my newest team, I guess I should say. I'm going to be leading up with my Nidoqueen. He's going to be leading off with his Rotom H. We were on a stream, actually, and Wish was talking smack. He's like, yo, no one beats my 5th gen UU tier team. And I was like, oh, really? And so I was like, put up or shut up. So we just switched FCs and decided to get into it. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and his link's below. He's a really great guy if you want to check him out. And also, thanks to my new subscribers that have subscribed while I've been gone. Hopefully you'll see that I'm not that normally inactive. But either way, he leads with his Rotom H, which is normally a great Nidoqueen and Nidoking counter, especially if they're especially defensive, or especially if they're especially offensive. But I decided just to go for the Stealth Rock, knowing that he can't do too much to me, other than perhaps burn me. But I do have a Clefable for that. So now I go to my Rotom H, which is especially offensive, while he goes for the Trick. And now that he went for the Trick, I decided, hey, I'm just going to go for the burn, get some status on him. He doesn't have a fire type other than his Rotom H to take advantage of it. And if he goes to that, it's not the end of the world. But seeing that he carried the Trick, I don't think he has Psychic. I think he's probably U-turn and status move, so I go to Nidoqueen, and his status of choice is going to be Thunder Wave, neither of which would affect Nidoqueen. And U-turn, of course, being resisted makes my Nidoqueen actually a pretty solid counter to his Uxie, now that I know that. Although I can't hit him with the Earth Power, I do actually carry the Ice Beam on this Nidoqueen. So I'm just going to go for the Toxic Spikes on his U-turn, which will make it so that whenever any of his Pokemon come back in, they will get poisoned as long as they don't carry Levitate, are not Steel types, or not flying, which unfortunately is a lot of the dominant UU tier metagame. So I'm just going to go into my fucking Celery on his Slowking, knowing that he can't really do too much to me. Even Slowkings or Slowbros that carry the Fire Blast or Flamethrower won't be able to 2-hit KO me because I do carry max HP investment. So that's always a plus. Well, Fire Blast might, depending on their investments, of course. But anyways, he's going to go for the Thunder Wave now, which is always a good move because, it lets you pretty much do whatever you want. They're statused, and you still get to go first, although it does give them a turn of leftovers recovery. So I tried to go for the Baton Pass after Nasty Plotting Up, because this is actually a Baton Pass Celebi, if you haven't seen my previous video with this team. But unfortunately, I got Parahaxed. So now I'm going to try to go for the Baton Pass again while he hits me with an Iron Head, just to get some flinch hacks. But now he's going to switch back out into Uxie for whatever reason. Uxie does have the Times 4 effect of U-turn, so maybe he was thinking he could live a hit, outspeed thanks to the obvious T-Wave and U-turn. Or if I decided to switch, he'd get switch advantage. I don't know, but either way I'm going to Baton Pass out to my Sanchi, because he is actually Thunderbolt, HP Fire, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split. And HP Fire is just so good on Rotom H. I really love it. But anyway, I'm just going to finish him off with a Thunderbolt, which is pretty beastly. Rotom H, well, not OH KOing, but doing severe damage to an Uxie, considering that Uxie, even though normally more physically defensive, are still very bulky. So he brings in his Heracross because he knows it can outspeed and deal with my Rotom H. I decided to just switch out to my Nidoqueen because it is my physically defensive wall. And thanks to the poison, he does have his Guts ability activated, which is going to make his Heracross kind of a big threat for me. So I'm going to need to be careful of that in the future. But either way, in case he decides to stay in, I'm just going to fire off an Ice Beam. Also, if he decides to, I don't know, go to whatever, it will hit them better than an obvious predicted Earth power, such as going to Rotomage with Levitate. Although Ice Beam doesn't do too much, excuse me, too much regardless. So I'm going to go to my Clofoo knowing that it's a great pivotal switch. It can tank those special hits really easily, and then I can switch to whatever I need to counter whatever he brings in. And on the switch, I can go for supportive moves. It has Wish and Heal Bell, which can get rid of that those Thunder Waves, and it can Wish up to heal my team. So he brings in this Mismagius, and I decide to make a kind of ballsy play and go to my Alakazam. I know he's not going to Shadow Ball because I'm on a Clefable, and that way I will get the Wish to renew my Focus Sash. So that way, even if he goes for the Shadow Ball now, I'd be able to hit him with my own Shadow Ball. But now I'm going to predict his switch to Slowbro, because Slowbro is a pretty good thing against Alakazam. Although if I did carry the Shadow Ball and went for it, that could have been pretty dangerous. I don't know if he knows my set or not, but I'm actually Psychic, Focus Blast, Encore, and Taunt. Although I'm thinking of removing Taunt for Shadow Ball. You guys can let me know what you guys think. But either way, I know I can take hits from this Slowbro all day, so I'm just going to use this time to start healing my team up, whether it be Heal Bells, Wishes, Leftovers, Recoveries with Protect. Clefable pretty much has it all. So it's kind of it's going to be his job now to put some pressure on my team to make me have to switch out of this Clefable, or else I can really just rejuvenate my team fairly endlessly. So he decides to go back into his Mismagius. I don't really want to get tricked to Focus Sash. I don't really want to have to deal with him setting up on me, since my only move that I can hit him with is Seismic Toss, which obviously I can't actually hit him with because he's a Ghost type, and Seismic Toss is fighting. So I'm going to go to my Sanji, just so I can get the Wish, be back at full, and since I'm specially defensive, I can hopefully deal with this Mismagius fairly well. So he goes for a +2 Shadow Ball, which is going to do a little over half. And I do, unfortunately, for him, get the Para-Hacks, which is going to enable me to outspeed and finish off his Mismagius. If I didn't get those Para-Hacks, it would have cost me my Rotom H, and it definitely would have put a little bit momentum back in his favor. So either way, I'm going to decide to save my Sanji for later, knowing that there might be some opportunities to bring him back in. Also, he's a good counter to Registeel. So I decided to just switch out, go to my Nidoqueen, who does not take that Night Slash very well, and then dies off to a critical hit Night Slash. I wasn't paying too much attention to the HP there, but I do believe that mattered, but hey, Night Slash does have a higher crit chance than most moves. So I bring in my Alakazam, decide just to go ahead and finish him off with the Psychic, which is going to be good for me, since Alakazam is beastly speedy and I'm timid in nature. And yeah, so now he brings in his Slowbro, which, as I've already gone over, can wall my set fairly effectively, so I'm going to go to my fucking Celery. And he actually predicts that switch very nicely and goes for the Flamethrower, which is going to do a fairly hefty chunk, but I know that I can outspeed and get a Recover off. I know I can outspeed and get a Giga Drain off. So either way, I should be okay, and Poison will eventually take its toll. I'm not going to go for the Giga Drain just because the recovery might not put me in range to survive a Flamethrower, depending on, you know, max and min and this and that, and don't really feel like risking it. Just going to go for the safe recover while he goes for the T-Wave. T-Wave is normally a pretty smart move, although with natural cure ability, I can easily just recover up and switch out and basically get free Cleric work on my Celebi while he is taking damage from the poison. So I go to my Clofoo on his Flamethrower, which unfortunately gets a critical hit, but it doesn't really matter because I am a special wall, so I will be able to take hits fairly well, and decide to just wish up and do all that Cleric shenanigans that you guys are used to. But yeah, I guess while this part of the battle is going over something that's pretty basic, me just wishing and healing up, let me ask you guys, what have you guys been up to this past week or two, other than Pokemon? I mean, what other hobbies do you guys have? I mean, personally, I've been actually watching Scrubs. It's kind of an older show, sort of like Friends and all that kind of stuff, although perhaps not that old. But, well, definitely not that old, but, I don't know, I just never really watched much Scrubs back in its prime time, and everyone told me that I would love it, so I decided to give it a chance, and I'm actually working my way up. And, I don't know, it's a pretty cool series. So let me know what you guys have been up to these past couple weeks. For me, it's been that, League of Legends, and then, you know, boring family stuff. But either way, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool that we can keep in touch, and you guys can say what you guys have been up to and all that kind of stuff. So now that the battle's actually starting to go somewhere, I'm going to go ahead and switch up to my fucking Celery, knowing that, once again, I can, you know, sort of wall his slow king. Now, the reason I switched out on that particular turn is because I knew I could live a flamethrower, although he gets a critical hit, and if he did go for flamethrower, I'd be able to finish him off with a Giga Drain. If he went for slack off, I'd be at, pretty much full HP, and I could just go for 2 Giga Drains. So that was my game plan, although thanks to that crit it didn't quite work out. So I'm going to bring in my Kingdra, and this part of the battle is starting to get sped up just because I don't want to have to make you guys sit through, not really stall, but just repetitive turns. So I'm just going to Dragon Dance up on his Slow King, knowing that the best he could do to me is Thunder Wave me, which I am a Resto Chesto Kingdra. And he actually decides to go into his Registeel, go for the Toxic. And I'm like, okay, he has Toxic, that's fine. His Iron Heads aren't going to be doing Jack Diddly Balls. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep Dragon Dancing up, Dragon Dancing up, Dragon Dancing up. Now, debatably, I probably could have gone for, Waterfall on that past turn instead of another Dragon Dance, but I don't know, I felt like going for another Dragon Dance, make sure I can definitely 2-hit KO him and definitely OH KO his Slow King with a Outrage. So he's going to keep going for T-Waves, knowing that I am a Resto Chesto set, which is good for him. That was a smart move, because it is going to give him at least a slight chance if I, get para-haxed and he gets crits or something like that. But no dice, as I am just going to finish him off with a pair of Waterfalls, and now he brings in his Rotom H, hoping for the para-hax, hoping for the crit, hoping for whatever he can get. Unfortunately, as he hits me with what I can only assume to be HP Ice, it's not going to do enough damage, and I am not going to get paralyzed, and I am going to be able to take that out, and then take out his Slow King with an Outrage. So that was a good game, Wishbone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Sorry that it's been so long since I've uploaded a video. You guys understand. And, yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys have been up to these past couple weeks. Let me know what sort of other hobbies you have other than Pokemon. I think it'd be pretty cool, pretty interesting. Like I said, if you do feel like trying out League of Legends, I'm probably going to upload a video about League of Legends in the next little while. Maybe another commentary or something. And I'll leave in this video and that video a link if you want to go ahead and check it out or download it, make an account, whatever, for free. And if you do decide to do that and want to be a pal and follow my particular link, instead of like Googling it, it'll give me like a referral credit, which, I don't know, is whatever. But, yeah, Wish's link's below. He's a great guy if you want to check him out. Thank you guys for viewing the video. Like if you enjoy, also to kind of help get people noticing this video so they realize I'm uploading again. That'd be cool. And, wow, I'm rambling, so I'll catch you guys later. Peace.